There she is. She is sitting on a mooring ball now. And like it or not, we have to finish all the rest of our boat projects without the convenience of a marina slip. We are growing up as sailors and pushing ourselves to the next phase. The next step to our solar arch project was to create 2 built-in seats so that we could remove the unsecured deck seats we have been using and give us more deck space at the stern. After much debate, we decided to use marine-grade starboard plastic for the seats. So off I went to E-Plastics to pick up the materials and then to find some cardboard so that we could create the template before cutting up the expensive starboard. We were still getting used to having to dinghy over to the Mystic and plan out what we needed to bring with us each time as we continued to work on projects. And we were finding that the worst problem we were having with working on the boat while on the mooring ball was the constant need to vacuum up our messes, and our small handheld vacuum couldn't keep up and stopped working anyway. We eventually brought the big shop vac to the boat, but we know we can't sail with such a large item getting in the way. So if anyone has any experienced solutions for project cleanup while cruising, please let us know. We got the seats installed, and they work. Another box checked on our long list of things to do. Meanwhile, we were also working on building a rack for the solar panels to install on the arch.
All right, so this piece is part of the arch. It goes way up there. That's a wind today.
Yeah.
So it will end up going right inside there. Then I'll extend it and another on that side. I wonder if maybe we could go out even further. So attach it right there, and then just build out the other side even bigger.
You almost can do double, except for that pole there.
Yeah. So that might be the thing to do. So that way we can get, way out to here with panels.
Don't you need to know the size of the panels first, so you know how to make those?
Well, so that can't go any further than this, so maybe this one just goes right here and we build that one out. Cut it right there, clamp this one on here.
Yes, we needed to buy the solar panels next so that we could get the dimensions right on the rack.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. 2 400-watt bifacial panels is what we went with. Big panels to not only help produce a lot of energy, but also to create some shade for us at the stern. Now, where to start designing the solar rack? In the middle of the living room, of course.
So I think that's what I should do today. So I widened it, and I'll lengthen this side to come out, the same thing, same on the other side. Then I'll get an end piece, and then I'll have to put 2 more inside here.
Yeah.
That will be what we would have grabbed onto because, they're not in the right spot anymore.
Yeah.
So then this piece will just get put in where it needs to be, but that's it. I don't have any more steel left. I want, a piece to go on each end.
Okay.
And I don't have any more left.
We're going to have to pick up another rod. With the new tariffs.
Just need you guys to push down. Perfect situation. This would be on a jig table where his jig is perfectly flat. We're on screwed up concrete, not flat.
After making great progress on the build of the solar rack, we now needed to tackle the great puzzle. How exactly were we going to install and weld the rack for its final position on the solar arch, and then board the huge solar panels on the Mystic and install them on the top of the rack while the boat is on the mooring ball? How would you solve this puzzle? For reference, the Mystic is here in the mooring area and needs to get moved to the guest docks so that we can weld using the electricity from a dock. With this in mind, we are thinking of bringing 2 trucks down. The big truck, which can be placed on one end of the island, and the beater truck that can be placed on the other end by the boat launch. From there, we can either use the dinghy or the paddleboard to transport ourselves to the Mystic. Let's just start. So beater truck has the welding tank and the welder. Big truck has the solar panels. We get to the Shelter Island launch. Yes, I guess we can park both trucks where I parked the beater truck last night.
Okay, I don't think we should take the dinghy. Okay. So we go with the paddleboard.
So
now we can park that.
We can park neither truck, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna have to park, unless we get a spot by the guest docks. We'll have to go look.
Yeah.
Then we'll leave 8.
So there's the launch, and then there's a whole big parking lot that turns into the park.
Yeah.
There that has parking also. Yeah. So maybe we can get closer to that, but then we've just got further to walk.
Away from the guest docks.
It's a backpack. I don't know if we want to do all that.
No, because we have the welding tank and all of this stuff, the panels, the welding tank and the welder, all have to get to the guest dock. Let me finish. We can put one truck as close as we can to the guest dock and the other truck as close as we can as to the boat.
Okay.
So the one that goes to the boat is the one we're in with the paddleboard. So in other words, we go together, find a spot for one of the trucks close to the guest docks, take the paddleboard, both get in the other truck, drive as close as we can to the launch by the... We thought we were starting to figure it out, but then... So then we paddleboard over the boat, get in, which will be a little harder because we're going to be a little bit lower.
Yeah.
And standing on that board trying to get in.
We might not be able
We were realizing we could not climb into the Mystic from the waterline.
Now we're taking the dinghy. I mean, that dinghy, it was hard enough getting on there with the dinghy. And we're able to stand up.
But if you got in, with your height, do you think you can get in?
But I have to be able to stand up on the paddleboard with you on it with me. Will it hold us with me standing on it? It's going to be a trick getting in there, I tell you that.
Okay, but so my question still lies, are you tall enough to get in from the paddleboard height? Because if you can get in, you can drop the stairs for me.
Yeah.
With the ladder for me.
I don't know. I mean, once we're there, we're committed because we don't have the dinghy.
We just bought this paddleboard.
And we just now thinking about that.
Okay, so back to the dinghy. So now.
All right. So listen, we just launched the dinghy. You park the truck wherever you want, like it's just on either side. It doesn't matter. Yeah. We just go get it there. Now maybe you, instead of.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, let me finish my thought. Maybe you just stay in the dinghy. Get me to the boat.
No, you can't. You can't put yourself in the boat by yourself.
What?
Because of the mooring ball and all that mess.
Right. Oh man.
Oh my God.
So then...
I'm glad I got you on camera saying that.
It's okay, honey. I'm a man. I'm gonna go rescue the rope.
So then, I just release, and then I pull away. I'm just thinking when it makes it a little bit easier to not have to screw around with the dinghy, pulling into the guest dock. So you could get there early.
Yeah.
Get there and then receive the boat as it comes in.
Okay, but then we still have 2 trucks. What I was trying to say is that we launched the dinghy, I don't know, we could tie it off maybe, with the 2 trucks, still try to see if there's parking down there by the guest dock to get a truck there. Or as close as we can there. The person with the other truck picks up that person, goes back to where the dinghy is, leaves the truck there.
Yeah, okay. If they're spotted there, we definitely put a truck there.
Yeah. Or actually, we do that even before we launch the dinghy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now, do you want a dinghy over there by yourself, or you want to just tie up and we'll just deal with it? I mean, because we can. We know how to just tow the dinghy, and depending on where we're going to tie up, I mean, if we pull right into a spot, that's fine. The dinghy will be fine.
Yeah, let's just do everything together.
All right.
Okay.
Break.
Did you get all that? The solar panels were going to go back into the big truck. The welding tank, the welder, and the dinghy were going into the beater truck. Can't forget the ladder. And we each would drive a truck down to Shelter Island. I have the truck with the solar panels, Tim has the beater truck with everything else. Next, we parked the big truck by the guest docks and decided which slip we wanted to bring the Mystic to. Electricity works.
Outside behind us.
We took the beater truck to the boat launch to drop the dinghy in the water and then parked the beater truck there. We brought the solar rack with us to make sure it was going to fit on the arch as planned before we motored the Mystic and the dinghy over to the guest docks. What's our plan for getting in the boat?
Improvise.
We carefully climbed into the Mystic from the dinghy at the back of the boat.
Let go.
Almost sunk the solar panel rack to the bottom of the sea. But managed to place it on top of the arch after all. Next was to figure out a method for getting off the mooring ball for the first time. Well, we realized we put this mooring ball line on the wrong side of the boat. Everybody else has theirs on the port side, and ours is on our starboard side.
Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop this one first, and drop this one, start the engine. I'll go forward a little bit, which will give slack. Well, just dropping this will give slack on that one.
Yeah.
But are you gonna be able to pull through, or you want me to do that up there? So I would say throw the needle in first, and then you'll have to, reach out here.
Yeah.
And pull. Maybe you could. So it's going to be like a sit-down kind of a thing, and just a long, steady pull, because you're pulling the whole boat up to it a little bit. So once I drop that one, you start getting this off there as quick as you can.
So it turns out I did not have enough strength to get that line off the cleat. And our worst fear has been answered. We are sitting sideways in our mooring spot because we couldn't get the line completely off us, I guess. Something got stuck in the prop.
Didn't sink far enough
down
below, and I was hoping we would, as soon as we dropped the line with a little bit of breeze we have, I thought we were gonna just
go.
We'll just kind of like drift away from it.
Yep.
But for the one time we counted on wind blowing us or drifting us, we didn't move. So I just, talked myself into saying, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
So I can.
We got the stern line stuck in the prop while Tim had to run up to muscle the bow line off the cleat. Okay. If I could dive better, I'd be in there. I like cold water.
Okay, boot. All right. Fin. I'm not gonna be able to hold my breath.
You want the mask?
I say get the anchor up out of the water. Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want that spinning me around when we're finally loose.
Jeez.
Gloves would help. In that closet in the back. Really fucked.
We're like downwind right here. Tim eventually was able to get the line off the prop, and then the wind swung us around perfectly in the direction we needed to go. And we got the Mystic to the guest docks with the dinghy in tow. Then we hopped back into the big truck by the guest docks to give one of us a ride to the beater truck so we could bring it to the guest docks as well and unload everything from both trucks and bring it all down to the docks by the Mystic. Alas, time to raise the solar panels. We have been dreaming of this moment for a couple of years, actually.
Hopefully don't drop it. I just can't go over that far, I guess.
Now we just need to not drop, break, or sink them as we place them on the rack. We did it. It feels like a miracle after all that it took to get to this moment.
Okay. This weekend was a big weekend. We got so much done. So we got bent the tubing, put the seats in, welded those in, one there, one there. Finished the rack that holds the two 400-watt panels bi-directional, or I forget what they call it. Anyway, so they're in, and I also built and installed this little bracket on that side. Just because it overhangs that side a bit. I wanted it to be in really good shape. So we've got just a lot of polishing to do now. So like that kind of stuff right there. Just a lot of welding today. A lot of
That's a lot.
fabrication.
It doesn't sound like a lot when you see it, but man, it was a lot of work.
And to think that this whole arch came off of another boat that was a canoe stern, and it was way too narrow for this boat. So I had to chop it up and modify it to make it fit this boat. But I must say that I'm real happy with the way it fits. Same thing with that arch, or the solar rack. I had to modify that to fit the two massive panels that I wanted on it. Anyway, this is Sunday, around 5. It was a big weekend, 2 days.
Almost got told to stop by the harbor police.
Yeah, well, we did, but we went back and negotiated. All right, I can drink a beer and then go put the boat back on the mooring ball and hopefully not wrap the mooring ball line around the propeller.